What's going on, guys? Can you hear the music and can you hear me? I guess most importantly, I never know with this kind of stuff. Expect the rush, Parisian decidui. You think so, Reckless? Reckless, you couldn't buy. I watched your video last night against Showtime, and I know I'm kind of late on watching that, but you could not buy a Nebi's power, except for the one time you did. Your opponent rolled dodge or either a what was it, a 2-star purple? I can't remember which one it was, or was it Septile that rolled gold into it? But yeah, absolutely ridiculous, man. I know the pain. Oh man, if you guys aren't following the Pokefodder tournament, there are some really good battles going on. Reckless Gaming just recently, in the last couple days, posted his the mic is low. I don't know how to fix that other than just me talking louder, or I can just turn down the volume. I guess I could plug in headphones and then we just ditch the music. We could do that too. If the mic is way too low, then let me know, and I'll put in headphones instead. But yeah, Reckless posted up his video against Showtime, and they're really good matches. So if you're at all invested in the Pokefodder tournament and watching your other content creators battle it out, all right, we will ditch the music. Okay, can you guys hear me now? You guys are going to lose the background music, but that seems to be the price that we're going to pay. Let me know in the comments. Can you hear me? Okay, so you guys can hear me now. Okay, then we'll just go with headphones and no background music. Sorry about that. So what I was saying is, if you guys are following the Pokefodder content creators tournament, Reckless Gaming uploaded a video a couple days ago, I believe, of his matches versus Showtime, and they were really good games. And I will give away part of it. It's the best of 3, and he wins game 1 via some cheese. So if you haven't watched that, go check it out. They were really good games, and it did go all 3 games. So obviously you know that Showtime won game 2. But I definitely know Reckless Gaming's pain when it comes to using Cosmog when you have a 37 wheel slice of Nebi's power and all it rolls is teleport for days and you're just hopping around the board. I definitely know that pain. So definitely go check that out. Throw him a subscription, throw him a like. I think he's going after 4K. So, and I think he's, if I'm not mistaken, he is like kind of doing a road to 4K series. Are you still doing that, Reckless? Is that right? And I apologize if my drinking is super loud in your ears, but I have to have water while I do this because talking so much. Also, we'll let you guys know that for some reason, around 10:47, so like in 43 minutes or so, my Wi-Fi likes to cut out pretty much every day at that time or around that time. So be prepared for that. Anyways, yeah. Later on today, I played speaking of the content creator tournament, I played my match versus Frosty Cones yesterday. And so I will be uploading that video later on today. And pretty exciting. And I feel like when you watch it, there is a play that happens that every one of you will look at and go, yeah, I've done that too. So something to look forward to, a little bit of a tease, if you will. But let's talk about, let me make sure we're rocking here. We're rocking and rolling. Okay. Well, I'm not going to tell you who won Reckless. It's called a tease. You have to tune in to find out who won. Besides, you already know who won. Anyways, let's talk about the upcoming Grass Gem Cup. And like a couple of you have already mentioned before, be ready for the rush. But I'm just going to go ahead and we'll throw this one up on my screen. This deck right here is a rush, but it's also a rush counter. If you guys are worried about Virizion Cheese, and rightfully so, like if you should be worried about Virizion, the rush from Virizion and the Virizion Cheese. It's going to be real. I would say throw Phantom in there as well, but Phantom can't Typhoon slash your goalie. You're going to want to carry a Lunala. You're going to want to carry a Solgaleo or Solgaleo and drop them on your goal because they can't be moved by Typhoon slash. And I actually think Lunala is the way to go here. The reason why is because there's going to be a lot of white and a lot of purple in this gem and not a lot of gold. And Lunala is going to be able to hold up. And then, burning Grass Knot, which is what Virizion will have burned, is a good way to go because there's also going to be some pretty high damage with a lot of Curums running around. And even like Decidueye rocking out a 120 there. So there's a lot of things. Grass Knot is going to be real. I think Grass Knot, there are so many figures that are going to have Grass Knot that the power creep is going to be mitigated by that, quite honestly. But yeah, my recommendation is get a Lunala. Solgaleo is another good option to use as a goalie, especially with the Sunsteel Strike that just sends your opponent to the bench. That could be very good. You could go with Snorlax. Snorlax can't be moved. So any figure that cannot be moved by the effects of an attack. One thing I will say is Bulu, Tapu Bulu here, when you attack into Trevenant, and Trevenant rolls Destiny's Bond, which is going to be the 0 there. Trevenant goes to the PC, but Bulu does not. So I imagine that is going to be the same with all of your grass types. So there you go. Virizion, everybody knows what Virizion's going to do. It's 3 MP. Mine's at 109 because of Zoro. But I'm going to win all those mirror matches on Grass Knot. Trevenant is going to be nice because you can move your opponent's grass type figures off of goal. And if they don't have, if they're not grass type starting the game, then they will be by the end of the game. So all those Curums, maybe Articunos that you see running around, you can turn them into grass types. Zapdos is in here for 2 reasons. One is it's gold, and 2, it's going to help slow down the Virizion rush. Hey, Prezes. I just watched Fodder roll dodge for the loss. Yeah, everybody knew that was coming, Iceman. Everybody knew that was coming. Like, and you just expect it, right? When we're gonna backtrack just a little bit, but when he rolled miss, my first thought was, "There's no way I'm landing a physical on my reroll." Anyway, but I think Articuno will definitely work in place of Zapdos. My thought. The reason why I like Zapdos over Articuno for this gym is the gold, like I mentioned before, and I think Articuno is going to hit too hard. Because if you're adding plus 20, it's going to be hitting for 110 and then change. What is it? 140, 150, 160 on its alternate attack. And I just think there are going to be too many grass knots. I'm not even trying to run a grass knot deck, and I've got 2 grass knots. I also know probably a lot of people will be running Formantis. And with Formantis, it's not going to take long for a lot of grass figures to be hitting for north of 120. For Mantis has 2 grass knot sections on its wheel. I also think if you go with like a Sableye is going to be good in this gym. Sableye is good in all gyms. What is it? If we go to edit figures, it's is it Bronzor? Let's look here. I know it's a steel type. We will scroll down. This guy right here, Bronzor. There's going to be a ton of 3MP figures. Everything with this 20 heavy slam, that is going to KO a 3MP figure. So you definitely want to look that direction. I'm running an all grass decks 3MP. I think that's good, but I think you can do better. And the reason why I said it is how are you going to stop Virizion? You could go with Dartrix. Actually might be a nice counterplay in this gym with the the ability to stop Virizion, and then also with the purple, there's not going to be a lot of blue in this gym, and so that purple wheel will serve you nicely. I think Bronzer's good. If we go back, actually no, my game is running super slow. If we edit figures, display the settings, and then if we go ground, I think Torterra is going to be nice for keeping your entry point. Santler is going to be difficult. Torterra is going to keep your entry points free, and it's 2MP. You also have Vibrava. Vibrava is always good in gym situations for slowing down the rush, and it's just kind of a difficult figure to knock out in general, especially if you have it at level 5, it'll have no miss. So those are my those are kind of my best recommendations there. You're going to want a bird of some kind, whether it's Zapdos or Articuno or Dartrix. I think any of those are going to be nice. Those are going to help you slow down the Virizion. Bulu for Bulu, kind of an even trade there. I think be prepared for a lot of full swing cheese. That's going to be the thing is there's going to be a lot of different ways that figures are going to be coming at you in this gym. And I don't know that you can stop everything, so you just have to kind of try and set up the best that you can. I'm doing Goal Block, Long Throw, Max Revive, Tropical Energy, and Counter Attack. I don't know that you need the Max Revive. I think you definitely need the Long Throw. I have the Goal Block strictly for Lunala. I want to be able to get Lunala directly to my goal as quickly as possible because the rush is going to be coming heavy and strong. Tropical Energy is Tropical Energy's entire purpose is if I come up against an ice deck, I'm probably not going to be able to unfreeze them by tagging. And so Tropical Energy is going to be my counterplay to that. And other than that, I've got 2 gold attackers in Decidueye and Zapdos. I've got a little bit of cheese, a little anti-cheese. But I'm not saying this is the best deck for the gym. Let me know in the comments over there, guys. What do you think I'm missing? What do you suggest? Santler is a good option because Santler cannot be KO'd by grass types. The thing you're going to run into with Santler that I would warn you about is it can get Typhoon / cheesed. So you want to be careful of that. And if you're not running Lunala, Snorlax, Solgaleo, you're really going to want to keep 2 figures on your goal. And so that means that most of the time you're just going to be attacking with 2 figures and cycling through them. Sceptile's always good. I just don't know who I would replace in this deck for Sceptile. I actually like the mobility. I guess Sceptile could go for Trev. That could be an option there. And a lot of these figures are older. So you don't necessarily have to have the latest and greatest Mons. Like I'm not even running a Kartana. Phantom. Yes. Phantom is going to be super hard to KO, which is another reason why I think Zapdos is a good play here. But Decidueye could do the same thing. You may want to carry an X speed in your deck. If you were to drop Max Revive, maybe go with an X speed and maybe 2 X speeds. Those might be good options to go with there. But let's kind of put this guy to the test. We'll see how we do. We're going to jump into the room match. If you guys want to go into the Orbital Hall, I will just make a public room. Let's make sure that we have 5 minutes. Same seed or lower. Actually, I'm going to put no league restrictions. So if you guys want to play, I can't really set up a password and do Orbital Hall. So here we go. Let's do some viewer battles if we can. You guys are awfully quiet in the chat today. I didn't look to see how much energy I had, but I think I have enough energy for 2 or 3. Hello, Alicia. How are you doing today? Oh, I forgot about Lurantis. That could be... I am worried about all the damage buffs. Because like I said, there's going to be so many figures with Grass Knot in this gym that I think you could get into trouble in a hurry. So I'm going to drop my Bulu out here. Your 10 chain level Tracheon. Hello, Rocky Juan. How do you, Marvin? How do you see Tracheon helping you in the gym? That's an interesting play. Let's go ahead and take over the entry point here. Let's see. I think I'll throw Decidueye up on the corner here. Let's see what he wants to do. He's got a lot of options, actually. He's going to X-Attack Dartrix. All right. That's a beastly... That's a beastly little figure you have there. And as such... we'll go here. That's a monster. I may have to look into the Dartrix. That's definitely a good option. Two Dartrix Evos. Are you not worried about getting the Evo? That would be my only concern, really, is being able to get the evolution. Yes, the Orbital Hall has started. That's what we're running right now. And we will close that door. I actually thought the Orbital Hall was a surprise. I wasn't expecting it this soon. So you're going to try to confuse. See what you're trying to do there, Twisted. You're trying to confuse my my Lunala. I'll bring Trev out. This is crazy. I do have the max revive. I don't know. I'm not 100% sure. Okay, are we back now? I can't tell. Hmm. Let Okay, I have no idea what the heck. It's like I don't know what it is about the 10 o'clock hour, but for some reason it's like the Wi-Fi company just says we're going to do rolling blackouts. Gold, the Dark Prince. But it's like during the 10 o'clock hour, and that's why I can't really do live streams. Because the internet company just says we're doing rolling blackouts for Wi-Fi, and it'll pop in and pop out, and it's not even a steady stream, and I don't know why that is. I don't know how to fix it. Anyways, so I got demolished, by the way, in the last game. The double Lurantis deck was like super annoying, but yeah. So let's try this again. My problem with the double Lurantis deck, like it worked really well against my deck, but if you face anybody running multiple grass knots, like if I'm running 4 Mantis, then none of your figures are really going to be able to knock out anything except for just pure luck. Hey, fodder. I mean, hey, Care Bear. See, everybody likes Care Bear. Did my stream pause again? Triple Lurantis. So here's another person using Dartrix. Now imagine he's going to put Dartrix. Zoro's a good play in the gym. What's up, Showtime? Oh yeah, banish your Bulu. So that way you're not getting the buffs all over the place. Dun, dun. I think most of the ice types would be usable. Do you not think that they're usable? Oh, I hate freaking Zoro. Hmm. Hmm. Blue, WBK. Level up the blue on those, and I think those are great plays. Especially I would use the bigger one. I would use the bigger one. Let's see, he can hop over there, so we're not going to do that. We will just drop this here. Since it's 2 MP, the Shinotic is 2 MP. No, the bigger one. The one that's the rare that's normally Shitoxic, maybe? That's the one I would use. I wouldn't use the 3 MP one. Make it happen. 3 Lurantis. still haven't even knocked out any of their figures. Seriously? Like that's what this world has come to? I can't even roll good. Oh wow, look at that. That's pretty crazy. Why did I not get knocked out there? I didn't roll blue. Interesting. Is that Bulu? Bulu kept me from getting knocked out by the swinging arm thing? Nice. Nice. Yeah, I'm not scared of cross counter. There's just no reason to attack Zoro. Watch, I'll miss here. I knew something dumb was going to happen there. Rip. Rip. Mm-mm-mm. The first grass gym, which was about a year ago, was the very first Invincible trophy I ever got. And I ran double I ran double Phantom. So how about that? See if I can just flat out get the KO here. No. I get the Typhoon Slash this time. Maybe should have gone over and knocked out Zoro. God. I cannot buy a roll. Like it doesn't matter what I roll. It's not a winning roll. I have gold block. I guess I could have used that. That worked out really well. Yeah, maybe I need to go to Phantom. I don't. Maybe I need to figure out what to replace and put Phantom in for. But yeah, double Phantom may be a good way to go. Yeah, Bulu blocked it. So I think Bulu is kind of a must. Maybe Trev can go. I don't know. Maybe I don't have to have Decidueye. Although I like the gold attacker on this. Maybe you don't need Virizion. Here's what we going to do. What's up, Giggity? You don't like Trev, huh? So nobody likes Trevenant. Hmm. Wait, didn't I knock out? Oh, he's doing 114 because of Lurantis. Okay, I see. I see what's going on. Like, can I just get a straight knockout? No. Can't get a knockout. I like Trev for the confuse. That's so tempting. I may regret not doing that because that plus 14 is causing some problems here. Oh, that's terrible. Why can I not knock out Dartrix? I'm trying to feel, I'm starting to feel like Dartrix is a must run because I can't knock the thing out. I'm just going to keep doing this because this is seriously. I don't even care. I'm attacking this thing again. Thank you. That was way too difficult. Hmm. Hmm. I'm struggling. I'm maybe this deck isn't as good as it looked on paper. It's a very real possibility. of course. Why would I roll gold into his ginormous purple? Grovile would be good too. After this game, I'll go look at my Phantom situation. And I don't have Bulu, so I can't freely attack. I like Lunala on goal. I think that's the way to go with that. Yeah, Confuse Ray, WBK. I didn't want to surround that, but that was a smart play to do. like, like I just cannot buy a roll. I have no words for these rolls that I'm getting. They are something else for sure. Man, like this has not been easy at all. I'm just going to stick my Verizian right here. What does he have left? Golblock, Tropical Energy. Mighty Sphere is a nice plate in this. Simply because of... It's not going to do any good to move you over. We'll go there. Simply because you're going to be using Verizian so much, and capturing your opponent is major. Like, that's a big deal. What? Why would he do that? That was an interesting play. And he's just going to forfeit at this point. All right, well, The overwhelming majority of you said drop Trev from my deck. But I think the better question is, like, I don't think you, let's go to decks. Let's go clear out some space here. No, I can't drop. You're saying drop Zapdos because you want to be able to run Virizion Cheese all day long, and Zapdos ruins your Virizion Cheese. That's why Giggity wants to drop Zapdos. Okay, let's go. No, we're going to keep that deck. Look at this deck right here. We're getting off topic a little bit. But I've got double Ampharos, Recycle, Max Revive, Ho-Oh. What do you think of that? Like, how awful is that, right? Yes, Aikido. We should have a Grass Gym Cup coming tomorrow, I guess. Or maybe the next day. I didn't look. Like, how many times are you going to have to knock out my figures in order to beat this deck? With all the max revives and always having figures out. Anyways, we are going to edit those and we're going to remove them. Let's go to... So I could... So I could level this up, but I don't have Carmenite. But what do we think of Lurantis? Like, is Lurantis a must use? Well, here, let's do this. What are the must uses in this gym? I'm going to say that Lunala is a must have. Iceman, Zapdos is in there to stop Virizion more than it is for Gold Attacker. I'm not saying that I can't drop Zapdos, but Zapdos is not in there as a Gold Attacker. Virizion, yeah, of course, Giggity, Virizion. Yeah, I have no problems running Virizion. What do we think about Blaziken? Now, think about this. There are not going to be many things that can stop a 3-star Cyclone Kick. And there is a gold there, and 140. Do we think Blaziken is a good counterplay? Oh, now see, and then you've got Care Bear over here. Then you've got Care Bear over here who's throwing out the off play. Oh, yeah. Yeah, Bulu stopping Blaziken. Good call. Hey, Rico. What's up, buddy? What do we think about Care Bear's idea of running Yveltal? And if you run Yveltal, do you run Sableye to go with it? And then for giggles, we can go down here and we can run Phantump into Trev. So Yveltal, Care Bear brought up. Yveltal is going to stop Virizion because it's a flying type. Yveltal is going to stop Phantump and Decidueye from being able to pass through other dark figures. And Cacturn. Look at us. Now we don't have Bulu. How do we feel about that? Are we okay not running a Bulu? It looks like I'm preparing for the Dark Gym. Sableye. Yeah, Sableye and Phantom can both confuse Lurantis. What do we think of this deck, guys? You guys think change out Virizion and put in Bulu or replace Sableye? Okay, let me ask you this though. In this gym, what knocks out Sableye? Decidueye can knock out Sableye. But what else? What else is going to be able to knock out Sableye? Okay. X speed, okay. So there's one figure. X speed Rowlet. Okay. So maybe Sableye is going to go on the shelf and we want Bulu in here. We've got a Bulu. Where are you? He's here somewhere. Bad spins. For sure, bad spins. Yeah, and that's the other thing. Like we didn't even talk about these sleepy figures. And and see, now I don't even have a Decidueye. God, there's so many decks that could be built here. Do we like any of the sleepy mons? Yeah, AJ, we can do that. We can knock down some ice. Santler. You know what? I have to say I don't like Santler. And here's why. Yes, it can't be knocked out by grass types, but it can easily be surrounded. Let's look at this wheel. And it has Earthquake. Are you kidding me? Guys. Hey, thank you for the love, Showtime. I appreciate it. Why not Lurantis? Yeah, well, and that's what I'm saying is like there are so many figures. But look at all that miss. Like I'm guaranteed to hit miss, and if my opponent runs an ice type, this figure is no good to me. And with Earthquake, you know I'm going to knock out all of my figures. Like you guys know, I would be the one that would set up my board, land Earthquake, and then get 6 misses. Gorgeist. Well, let's go look at Gorgeist. That's why I don't like Santler. I don't think it's a terrible play, and I wouldn't fault you for using it, but I think there are better figures. So let's look at Gorgeist. 3 MP. It's going to be able to... Should I just run a straight-up Ghost deck? Lunala's... Jesse, Lunala is... Like, that is the one figure that I'm not changing because everybody's going to be running Virizion, and Lunala stops all that nonsense. but Tarvold, I still have the Earthquake issue of I'm going to miss everything. Yes, grass is going to get plus MP, ice is going to get plus 20. So what do we think about Gorgeist here? Like, how do we knock out Gorgeist? Seed Bomb for 90. Trick or Treat, Explosion. Let's see. Okay, so everybody says Lurantis. Talk about Avlug. All right, I have no opinion of Avlug. It's a 1MP figure. Here's what you're going to need to do if you want to run Avlug. We'll backtrack from the ghost for a second, or the grass. It's 1MP. Your entry points are going to be gone before you even have a chance to get this out. So now you're going to have to carry a pokey switch and a long throw to get this figure out on the board. After that, then you can run the stall deck of the Bergmites and Avlug, but honestly, I don't want to play against those, and I don't even know how to run that deck, and I wouldn't enjoy running that deck. So those are my thoughts on Avlug. It's too slow at 1MP. You're going to require so many resources to get it out on the board. And one Typhoon Slash from Virizion is going to be good game. Yeah, Shinotic. Well, let me scroll back up here. Personally, I'm bringing Suicune, though. That way, repercussions if I get frozen from attacking Icemon. Too many good options. Fodder's game's getting deep. Giggity, yeah, Articuno is definitely an option. And maybe I'm respecting Grassnot too much. I feel like there are a ton of figures with Grassnot, and that could lead to a lot of problems. How about Togepex? I'm glad you brought that up. Who brought that up? Okay, so Date. And I have proof. Supa will tell you that I actually scouted out Toxapex a while ago. And, where is it? Poison. Because if you look at the ability, this Pokemon cannot be moved by the attacks of other Pokemon. Okay, so I like it for a goalie so far against Virizion Cheese. Grass-type Pokemon and Fairy-type Pokemon cannot pass by this Pokemon by means of the effects of their ability. So I like that. There's a lot to like there. When this Pokemon is on the field, the ability of poisoned and noxious Grass-type Pokemon and Fairy-type Pokemon cease providing the capability to pass by other Pokemon. So it would appear that Toxapex is like the must-have figure in your deck. But here's the thing. Supa actually tested this out in the Orbital Hall. And what it is you have to poison the other grass figures. So again, the same problem that I have with Avlug, I'm going to have with Toxapex, or Toxapex, in that it's 1MP. So now I'm having to dedicate a lot of plates to getting this thing maneuvered out onto the board. And I'm going to have to run Toad, and probably 2 Seismitoads to poison things. Now, once you get all that set up, just like the Avalugg and the Bergmite deck, I think you have a really nice deck that's going to be able to counter and give your opponent a lot of trouble. My concern is you're going to have to put so many resources into getting all that set up that both your entry points are going to be gone, and then you're just going to be trying to like bash your opponents that are on your entry point to create an opening in order for you to be able to utilize anything. Those are my initial thoughts on that. But yes, I think this should have been and could have been the best counter and the best figure for this gym. But at the end of the day, I just don't. I think the setup takes too long, and there are too many 3MP figures that can get to your entry points in 1, 2, 3, in 4 turns. Your entry points are going to be gone if you don't do something to protect them. Run Venusaur and a Mega Venusaur. So now I'm running 3 1MP Pokemon in a board, in a deck. There's no way that's going to work. Tapu Fini, Toad, Pex, Venusaur, Decidueye, and Lunala. I don't know about that one, Care Bear. But yeah, I can't remember who brought up Toxapex, and that you have a great thought there. I actually had that same thought, which is why I like your thought. But at the end of the day, I think that is too much setting up. Venusaur's 2 and P. Oh, okay. All right. Well, let's. All right. So everybody is ditching the grass deck. Everybody wants to do different things. We'll come back to maybe. We'll come back to deck 4. Let's get rid of this. So we want to go my level 1 Venusaur and my Mega, my Toxapex. Now, why are we doing Tapu Fini, Care Bear? Why are we saying Tapu Fini? For the banish? Is that strictly why Fini is going to be there? Seismitoad. I don't remember what else you said. I think you said Decidueye. Wait, Fini, Toad. Oh, you just want one Venusaur. Decidueye, where is Decidueye? And then I just think Lunala is a must-have here. Oh, look at Care Bear. We'll block Bulu. Look at Care Bear. All right, what plates do we want to run with? I'm intrigued by this now. My game is loading super slow. So we're going to edit plates. Let's get rid of all these. Obviously, I don't know. Oh, I do have the Venus. Okay. So obviously this one. What else are we running here? We need Poke Switch, right? Long throw? I feel like long throw is just a must here. Now, am I dumb for thinking that I also need a goal block? Did I miss the Mega Evolution there? Let me go back and look. Wait, what happened to all my figures? No, it's there. Triple Swablu. Did you guys see that on the screen? How it showed the previous deck, but then this one came in? That was kind of weird. So what do we think, guys? What other... Do we need to go Ice Heal? Do we need double chances? There's not really any gold there. I feel like a Poke Switch, although maybe not. 2 double chances. All right. That's going to leave me 2 plate slots left. Have a good one, Reckless. Thanks for stopping by. And then a Max Revive. I don't have any DNA Splicer plates, and I don't have any of the black or white Karams. I do like the full heal. I have to say, the full heal, I think that's going to be good for all the ices. Poke Switch. Care Bear, I can't have Mega Venusaur without the Mega Venusaur plate though, and you don't have that in your list there. Scoop up. All right. Phantom Energy. Let me go look at figures. Do we think we need Phantom Energy? Oh, you don't see the point in Mega Venusaur? Okay. Then you know what? Here's what we'll do. We'll do the OP strat of having it set but not using it. Maybe my opponent will think it's there. I think long throw is absolutely necessary just because the rush is going to be so real. And I can set up Feeney on the board and then get the cheesy surrounds. Okay. So we will go with Phantom Energy. Okay. All right, so I have 2 more plate slots. Do we want a gold block? What do we think? Might be a moment where you Pony Wish and Venusaur hop over. I think more lull is going to be good. Counterattack. I don't have, I guess, I mean, double chance and swap spot. All right, we'll go double chance. We'll try that. We'll try double chance and swap spot. Let's take this into the hall and see. Let's see what happens. You don't think you need the long throw with the Feeney? I think you do gold block instead and add a Poke Switch plus another plate. Okay. All right, so we go edit plates. We will take out long throw, use gold block. All right. I think we've come to as best of a unanimous decision as we can on this. Let's check this out. Let's see what happens. I'm just going to auto select because you guys, really, there's no rooms? Because you guys all know what's coming. I want to try to find somebody who doesn't know what's coming. How can it say that there are no rooms when there's all of these people? Okay, I think that was deck number 5. Well, let's check this out, guys. Hey, Spitify. Welcome to the stream. We are talking about Grass Gym Cup preparations. And we're kind of throwing the anti-attack. The anti... What is this? So we go through all the trouble of setting up an anti-grass deck, and there's not a grass figure on my opponent's team. Oh my gosh. Um, okay. Oh my gosh. Um, that's a huge liability right there for Curum because there are going to be so many Decidueyes, and Curum has a ton of purple. Ouch. Feels bad, man. Have a good one, Showtime. Thanks for stopping by, and I appreciate the support, man. That is going to be GG boys. That poor guy. Poor Hector. All right. We got a. Do we try? Do we try to play Trish here? I don't want to play Hector again. Yeah, right? Like, who would have thought a poison deck? Oh, let's go. There's Iceman. I think Iceman is here, so. So he knows what I'm trying to do here. Okay, let's give this a go. Don't try Hector. Yeah, we already went Hector route. That didn't really work out too well for us, did it? All right. So I think our opening move is going to be Decidueye here. Not sure what happened. My opponent's clock has stopped going down. There it goes. Um. All right. So now I'm going to get Toad out here. Well, this is going to be bad news if he stealth hits over me. But we'll have to burn our gold block here. Um I really don't know. Guess we'll go Feeny. Thank you, Revy. You are correct. I guess we go back here. That's not really an issue at all. Yeah, Verizian's a tough out. That is for sure. That was good. All right. Let's play roulette. Play roulette there. All right. I think I just max revive here. Pull out our toad and we'll go up here. Panda, that sounds like Supa. His main account has no Verizian still. All right. Well, let's see. Does he have hurdle jump? His feint attack? Jeez. You think Toxapex into Sceptile, huh? Okay. Yeah, I do double damage. So now they all do. Now they're all poisoned, right? Or now they're all noxious, right? That was great because now he can't take his Lorantis and wake up his whatchamacallit. He's going to have to use his gold block, which he'll probably use his mushroom. Wow, that was interesting, right? I'm taking way too long to think about all these moves, but there are a lot of figures in here that I'm not accustomed to playing with, and definitely not together. So if I roll blue with Feeny, do I banish Lorantis? And that is good game. Oh no, I rolled gold. Oh, wait. I thought if I rolled gold, I was supposed to get knocked out there. Is if I roll purple? So what did we think of that deck, though, guys? Like, we got the win. Oh, purple. Okay. What did we think? Did we think it was too slow? I mean, that was a pretty OP grass deck that we just went up against. What do we think of this? Is this something viable? Is this good counterplay right here? You'd like to see it again? Tapu Fini isn't worth it in the deck. But Tapu Fini, here's the role that Tapu Fini plays, is it allows me to get both Toxapex and Toad out onto the board, and it gets Toxapex closer to the goal. Might need tunes, but it could be usable for fun. I think the only thing that you got to do is get Fini and Toxapex to your goal faster. So instead of rushing out like I did with Decidueye, you think just go straight defensive right off the bat? You think that would have been better? Okay. Well, look, we'll catch someone from the chicken coop. All right, we'll try it that way. We'll try Okay. So we're gonna get double Virizion, double Articuno. All right, so we'll open up. Good game, man. Like, that's a joke, right? That was a joke, right? He rolls grass knot and I roll miss. That was bad placement on Feeney, right? I should have put Feeney where Toad is and then brought Toad out. Because now I have my Toxapex way out there. What do I have? Swap spot, goal block. I can't be cheesed, and he doesn't hit hard enough to knock me out. So that was kind of silly. Yeah, that is why, that is the sole purpose of Lunala here. Is for that very reason. I'm gonna go ahead and expend my goal block right away. And I feel my goal is pretty safe from his deck here because he has no gold. Yeah, he has no gold. So we're gonna go over here. Yeah, I think most people, at first anyways, are just going to try to attack the goalie, and then they're going to remember, oh yeah, I can't do that. I mean, even if I get put to sleep here, it's not the end of the world. That works perfectly. On synthesis, my poison status is negated. Huh. Yeah, I would have to level up Toxapex. And Feeney too. I mean, really, there's a ton of miss. Let's see. He doesn't have. I need to get my Toad out. Okay, so here's the question. Wait, hold on. He has goal block. I think I just surround him and take this round instead of pressing for the goal. I could have threatened the goal, but then he would have just done goal block. You think I should have just gone for the goal first? Patchy, you think I should have threatened the goal too? Maybe. Oh, that was unfortunate. All right, so I think I max revive here because I can potentially knock out Rotom, but no. Hmm. We just need a Toad not to get slept here. That's perfect. All right, now we're going to backtrack to get rid of that. I don't really mind Rotom, do I? I mean, he has Refrigerator, I guess. That's nice. um, I think I had to make that play. Because if my Pex gets knocked out, then... And I think I can safely attack here. As long as I don't land Earthquake and knock out my own goalie, which is entirely possible. Ooh, that was close. That was definitely close. Okay, so now I think... Oh, wait. I didn't mean to do that. Rip. That was a misplay. I didn't mean to do that. I think I can just go back and take that spot over again. Yeah, I didn't think he was going to attack there. Maybe should have just pressed forward with Lunala there. Yeah, I wonder. Maybe I should have brought Feeney back, and well, I'm not going to lose this roll unless I roll miss. But I can either muddy water him. I can land 79. I can't be moved. He doesn't hit hard enough to attack to kill me, so All right, well, let's try this. I mean, and even if I lose, I can still bring out Decidueye on my next turn and potentially knock out both of. Look at that. And see, if I'd have moved forward with Venusaur earlier, that would have expended his Golbach plate early in the game. So he wouldn't have it at this moment in the game. So yeah, that was definitely would have been the better play. But now I just have to watch out for getting slept, which is a very real possibility. Although I do have full heal, so I can use full heal and then step on goal. So it should be a good game, unless he rolls 100 into my miss or my 79. That should be game over. Yeah, I don't think, because I'm pretty sure I can do full heal here, and then it's going to allow me to move for the win. I don't know, man. It's not the easiest. It's not a brain dead deck by any stretch, but it completely nullifies the Virizion cheese. Like Virizion has nothing that it can do in this deck against this deck. Rotom. Rotom. Why is it Rotom? Like I said, I like having played that deck. I don't know. Yeah, it's pretty slow, but it completely negates a lot of what your opponents are gonna want to do. You think 2 Toads over the Venusaur? You don't think the -1 MP in the sleep is as valuable as 2 Toads? Well, I don't have energy to play, but let's go look at. We'll look at. I won't use that deck. Let's look at what we have for ice options. Sorry about my coughing there, guys. Because it is a grass gym cup with ice as the opposite. Obviously, I think Articuno is really nice. I think Kyurem. Honestly, I think Kyurem is kind of a liability. That is true. If I ran 2 Toads, that would give me the extra throw. Yeah, I think you're right. I think I do like. I think the Toad being able to be brought in off the bench is more valuable than the minus MP. Yeah. I think Kyurem is going to be nice. I mean, it's going to hit. What are they getting? +20. So 130 and 170 is like nothing to sneeze at. You're going to want to be careful because there are going to be a lot of grass knot figures out there, and there's going to be a lot of Decidueye, and that's a lot of purple. So if you're on the entry points with your Kyurem, that could be a liability. At the same time, when you get knocked out, primarily you're going to the 170 is not getting knocked out. If you roll that, unless you roll into Lunala, Moongeist, Yeah, I think Kirim could be nice. It could be tricky. Articuno, I think is nice. The freeze. If you want to run the Avalug Bergmite deck, you can do it. I think that's slower than the deck that I just did right now a second ago. Why did it look like you haven't invested into my Lunala? I don't know. What is it? It's psychic? Because he's only level 5, probably. um, let's go back and look at ice. Sneasels and Weaviles, I don't see. Man, there's just not a lot of ice figures. Look at that. Rotom, Frost, maybe for the refrigerate, gets knocked out and ices everything around you. Suicune for the status effect. I think Suicune could be running anything because of the status effect removal. I think there will be a lot of icing going on. I just think grass is going to be too fast for ice to set up at the end of the day. And grass hits plenty hard, especially as I found out with Lurantis out on the board. Like everything's getting plus almost 20, like 24 if everything is on the board. I just don't know that the plus 20 on ice is needed. I think I think I think the only thing that ice has going for it, and like I mentioned in yesterday's video, is sitting back and stalling and having your opponent attack into you and then you freezing them and then advancing. So it's a counter attack type deck, a counter play deck. And I just, my gut tells me that there are too many 3 MP Mons that already hit hard enough that you're not really ever going to be able to use the counterplay. There will be people who get weight wins because they freeze everything on the board. That's going to happen, and I'm not saying that can't happen. But I think at the end of the day, I just don't think ice is the way to go. I don't think the plus damage buff means enough because of how hard the grass figures already hit, and they're mobile. So, yeah, Mighty Sphere I think is a great plate, especially if you're going to run a Virizion or multiple Virizions. I can't fault you for that at all. I think in this gym, stealing your opponent into your PC is going to give you some wins. I think that's a difference maker for sure. Two Avlugs, Bergmites. That I don't know. That seems really slow. Yeah. Who's who's Grodel? I don't know. Is that the little grass guy that is the Torterra pre evolution there? Is that what that one is? This guy right here. So then you have your entry point always open. Yeah, Trev is, because grass is going to be so prevalent, Trev is going to be it's going to be something to deal with. It's going to be able to move figures around. It's going to be able to sleep figures and put them in awkward positions, or just flat out move your opponent off the goal. If I'm looking at these grass figures, I don't know that there really are. I don't know if there really are any bad grass figures. You know, like I wouldn't use Shift Tree, but Dartrix I think is really nice in this. Cacturn probably not. But 64, I mean, that's huge. Maybe not, though. Maybe not Cacturn. But if you go up here to the list, I think Lurantis is great. I think Bulu, Decidueye. I even think Rico brought up a good point with Gorgeist. I mean, there's a lot going on this wheel. But, you know, it's got gold in it. It's got purples. I think it could be viable. Trev, I think, is great. Virizion, obviously. Sceptile, I think, is great. I even like Torterra, if you have it, and as a way to keep your entry points free. I think that's good. 3MP and Displacement on Chestnut. That's not bad. Knock your opponent back 2 steps and give them weight 3. You know, you bash someone off the goal, they're going to have a hard time getting back to their goal with that. And it's 3MP. I think you could create a lot of situations. Maybe Venusaur is not so much. We did try to run that one, but I think at the end of the day, I think that the Toad in that particular deck is going to be better. What does that do? Ice Scramble? What is Ice Scramble? I don't like Mega Sceptile, Iceman. I don't even see it on here. To me, the gold move is a liability. Yeah, Chestnut and Mighty Sphere. More 3MP surrounds. Good point. And I don't know that yet. With Mega Sceptile, you get the double max revive. So for that aspect, if you're going to use it as like a goalie and a double max revive, I like it. If you're thinking Mega Sceptile is going to be a good attacker, I don't like that. I just find the gold to be too big and too much of a liability at the end of the day. There's not really going to be a lot of blue, so I don't know that Tangrowth is really going to be worthwhile. Shiinotic, I think it's great. I think Shiinotic could be a really nice goalie. I would caution that Virizion could cheese into it, but it's not a huge. It's like 30% chance of Virizion cheese, and the sleep option is going to be nice. I think Dartrix is great. I'll have to look at Lodokodio. Has Grass Knot, and it's actually a pretty decent sized Grass Knot. And then Lively Dance, everybody that spends white gains a weight. You know, I have no problem with that, and especially at 3MP. I think you could run that in a deck. Definitely would not go with Cotton Guard. Why do I always call them Whimsicott? Definitely wouldn't go with Whimsicott. You don't need it. I think Grovyle is great. Don't forget that Grovyle has the ability where you can like surf through all grass figures, and it hits really hard. So I definitely think Grovyle is a nice play here. My poor Tangela, I wouldn't use Leafeon either, although moving through other grass types can create some situations. I think there are other better grass types that can move through figures. Tangela, I think, got kind of left behind. I think Formantis is nice. If you run Formantis, you could do a lot worse. Definitely the Little Mushrooms Immortal. I think definitely not a bad play, especially at 3MP. But I would actually use the bigger mushroom over Morlul. I wouldn't run Rowlet. Phantump is great. Petalil has a nice sized Grass Knot, has a nice dodge, can put your opponents to sleep, and removes conditions. So that could be a good play if you're running up against a lot of ice decks. That could be a good play in place of a Suicune. And Trico, don't forget about Trico. You can use counterattack on Trico with both of your entry points taken and get 4 MP off the bench and move through everything. Could be you probably catch at least one person off guard. The only problem, the reason why I don't recommend using Trico is because there's so much mobility that I think they would be able to recover, and it's not that strong. So either they would be able to recover or knock you out. But it could be worth, in the early going of the gym, it could be worth a nice little cheeky win or two. And that's kind of what I think. That's let's look at these comments real quick. Bergmite Ice Cream, managed to put your Bergmite next to your Avlog. Oh yeah. Yeah, it's the Avlog Bergmites again. If you know how to run the deck and you want to run it, you can. But at the end of the day, I just think that deck is too dependent on you landing, like it's a stall deck. So you are, I feel like, I feel like what's going to end up happening is you're always going to be able to bring your figures out, but you're just cycling them through. And I don't know that you're going to be strong enough to ever really break through. And then all you're really doing is waiting for a counter attack play where you freeze something, your opponent attacks into you, you freeze something, and then you move forward. And I think grass has too much recovery because they're too fast to really get away with it. And I could be wrong. Like, I really could be wrong on that, but I just don't feel at the end of the day that's going to be viable. And yes, you can't unfreeze your figures, but Tropical Energy will unfreeze all the figures. Full Heal will unfreeze the figures. So there are ways to play around that. Full Heal and Max Revive. For Mantis, yeah, plus 20 to your grass figures is ridiculous. And yeah, you know, Jonathan, that's kind of the way that this game has always been made, is they release figures and then they do gyms with those figures, and those figures are typically pretty broken in the gym format. And that's kind of been the way it has. It's kind of been that way since as long as I can remember. It is almost noon. I appreciate all of you guys. I don't remember what our final total got up to. We were, I think, in the 80s for viewers. That is absolutely amazing. I absolutely appreciate it. I hope that you guys were able to gain some knowledge of different deck combinations, and I hope you enjoyed the content. Be looking out for my content creator tournament match against Frosty Cones. I will put that out here a little bit later, but it was great. Yeah, Santler. I touched on Santler already earlier in the stream. Yes, it can't be knocked out by grass type, but it's going to get demolished by pretty much everything else. And it can still be easily surrounded. And I think you're giving up too much by running it, because it's not getting an MP buff and it's not getting a damage buff either. However, if you wanted to just YOLO with it, I think you could bash it into every figure moving up the board and see if that works out for you. I just think there are better options at the end of the day. Anyway, that's all I've got for this. I hope you guys are ready for the Grass Gym Cup. Let me look real quick before I let everybody go. How long is the Gym Cup? So it lasts until the 12th. So the gym will start tomorrow in America, probably in a few hours for people that are on the other side of the international date line. All right, guys, that's going to do it for me. Again, I appreciate everybody for stopping by. If you're not a member of Discord, please jump over there. We can continue the conversation with more deck ideas. If you follow me on Twitter, cool. If not, throw me a thing over on Twitter. I've got links in the description below. If you like the content and everything that's going on and you want to support the channel or support the Discord, whatever, I do have a Patreon set up. If you want to do that, feel free. It is not required by any stretch of the imagination. And I will put out a video later, and take it easy, guys.